Hello friends and my dear students, welcome back to my channel Phoenix Physics. Today we are going to learn tangential acceleration. It is denoted by the letter A suffix T. Tangent is a Latin word, means to touch. What is tangent of a circle? A straight line that touches the circle at a single point is known as tangent of a circle. For example, this is my circle. Here these are all tangent line. This line touches the circle at this point, here at this point. You know that an object undergoing circular motion experiences centripetal acceleration. It is denoted by the letter A suffix C. If it is tangential acceleration means A suffix T. If it is centripetal acceleration means A suffix C. Example for this centripetal acceleration is whirling motion of a stone attached to a string. When I let go of a string, the stone will travel in a straight line at a tangent to the circle with the velocity it had when I released it. It will also have tangential acceleration along the circular path. So, tangential acceleration is linked to increase or decrease in velocity but not its direction. The tangential acceleration refers to change in the magnitude of the velocity but not its direction. Look at the diagram. Consider an object moving along a circle of radius r. Initially the particle is at A. After some time it moves to B. The distance between initial and final position is our delta S. Why did I mark delta S? Delta S means very small displacement or distance. Very small displacement or distance. That is delta S. Corresponding angle subtended is del theta. If it is S means we can easily mark theta. But here I am taking a very small displacement from A to B. That is why I denoted delta S. So corresponding angle subtended is del theta. You know the formula, theta is equal to S by R. What is theta? Theta is angular displacement. S is a shortest distance between A and B and R is nothing but radius of the circle. Here in this diagram, instead of theta we are taking del theta. Instead of S we are taking delta S, but R is constant because radius is constant for a circle. So you take R as such. Suppose if I want to calculate delta S means you can write R del theta. This is our equation 1. Divide equation 1 with respect to time. Del t. Small time interval. Okay, so delta S divided by del t is equal to R delta theta divided by del t. Now I want to calculate instantaneous time. Instantaneous time means you have to apply limit. Limit del t tends to 0, del S by del t is equal to limit del t tends to 0 R del theta divided by del t. What is this del S by del t? It is nothing but ds by dt. So this R is a constant. R limit del t tends to 0 del theta divided by del t. This term is nothing but omega. What is this omega? Omega is angular velocity. What is this ds by dt? It is nothing but rate of change of displacement or distance. S denotes distance or displacement. So instead of ds by dt you can write V. Here R is constant. Then the whole term is equal to omega. So this is our final expression. This is very important. So this equation relates linear velocity. What is this V? V is nothing but our linear velocity. and this omega is nothing but angular velocity. The linear velocity is tangential to the circle. The linear velocity v is tangential to the circle. As now we derived v is equal to r omega. Suppose if you want to write v in terms of vector component, then you can write v vector is equal to omega cross r vector. This is correct one. You should not write r cross omega. Okay. Why do we write omega cross r vector? Actually, this is purely convention. In our angular velocity topic, we studied about the direction by using right hand thumb rule. What is that? Just place your right hand like this, curl your fingers in the direction of rotation of the object, then your thumb will point in the direction of angular velocity. Here the rotation is along the counterclockwise direction like this. Suppose if the rotation is along the clockwise direction, means omega points downward direction like this, points in the downward direction. Okay, so here omega and r are perpendicular to each other. That is why we are writing v is equal to omega cross r. You should not write r cross omega. For example, a car is moving with the velocity v and the tire is rotating with the angular velocity omega. Here this v is tangent to the circle. What is v? V is our linear velocity. So the linear velocity v is tangent to the circle. Then the angular velocity omega is along the rotation axis. This is our rotation axis. So the direction of omega, that is direction of angular velocity, is along the rotation axis. Here radius is a vector quantity. Here the magnitude of radius is equal inside the circle, but the direction is radially outward from the center of the circle. Suppose the circle like this, means you can draw n number of radius like this. So all the radius are equal in magnitude, but the direction is different, right? R1 is in this direction, R2 is in this direction. So here R has equal in magnitude, the direction is different. So radius is a vector directed radially outward from the center of the circle. We know that v is equal to r omega, right? Differentiate with respect to time. Then you can write dv by dt. Here r is constant, you know that. So r d omega by dt. So what is dv by dt? dv by dt is nothing but our acceleration. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. So this term is acceleration. Here v is tangent to the circle, that is why this at is tangential acceleration. So this acceleration is called tangential acceleration and it is denoted by a suffix t, that is equal to r. What is this d omega by dt? Alpha, that is angular acceleration. So rate of change of angular velocity is called angular acceleration. So this equation gives the relation between tangential acceleration and angular acceleration. Here at is directly proportional to alpha. So alpha increases, at will also increase. What is our conclusion? Tangential acceleration a suffix t is always directed tangent to the circle. And the second important point is it results from the change in magnitude of tangential velocity of an object. It is denoted by at is equal to d mod v divided by dt. Why did I write like this? Because this modulus of v denotes the magnitude of the velocity. So you know that at is equal to dv by dt, rate of change of velocity. Here in the velocity component we are considering only the magnitude. That is why at is equal to d mod v divided by dt. These two are our conclusion. Then what about the tangential acceleration direction? So this is our circle, this is radius, and this is our tangential acceleration at. The direction of tangential acceleration is along the tangential velocity. Tangential velocity or linear velocity, both are same. So here the tangential velocity is v. I repeat, the direction of tangential acceleration is along the direction of tangential velocity. In this class we discussed about what is tangent of a circle, what is tangential acceleration, then we derived is equal to r omega relation. This equation relates linear velocity v and angular velocity omega. We studied about the vector notation also, that is v is equal to omega cross r. How do you write omega cross r? By using right hand thumb rule. According to that rule, omega and r are perpendicular to each other. That is why we are writing omega cross r, not r cross omega. Finally, we concluded two important points. Then we studied about the direction of tangential acceleration. It is along the direction of tangential velocity. I hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please share and subscribe my video. Thank you.